A very good morning to one and all. Today we are going to discuss about different enzymes and proteins that are involved during DNA replication. Isn't it? So, in the previous classes, we have already learned what do you mean by replication. Replication is nothing but the process of action to produce newly formed DNA strands from your parental strands, isn't it? How this particular duplication, how this formation of newly strands are formed. So, what are the enzymes involved in it? What are the proteins involved in it? You will be learning in this session. Okay. So, today we will deal with the enzymes and proteins that are involved in DNA replication in prokaryotes. Only in prokaryotes. Okay. So coming to prokaryotes, there are several enzymes. Already I have explained you just a detailed note on the DNA polymerases in prokaryotes and DNA polymerases in eukaryotes. So now this is a clear cut, in detail, a brief note on the enzymes that you will be coming across during your mechanism of DNA replication, isn't it? So, before going to the enzymes and proteins that are involved during your DNA replication, you should keep in your mind that DNA replication involves, the mechanism of DNA replication involves three steps. It is a three-step process, that is initiation, next elongation, next termination. So DNA replication both in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes, it is a three-step process. The mechanism involves a three-step process, that is initiation, elongation and termination. So the mechanism is divided in these three steps, and in these three steps what are the enzymes and protein that you will come across, that we will learn in this particular session. So first, initially during initiation, during your recognition of your particular DNA molecule that is to be get synthesized, what is that particular site where this particular DNA replication to be get started, all these things you will be learning in this session. So one more thing you should keep in your mind, that assume that this is your DNA molecule. Okay, so this DNA molecule is a parental, is a template strand, and it will synthesize a newly formed DNA strand, isn't it? So this is your daughter DNA strands. So how this particular DNA strand is synthesized? So this duplication is observed. Initially it is recognized. This particular DNA, this duplication is occurred in a stepwise manner. Initially, this duplication, before this mechanism should to be started, initially these enzymes and proteins will recognize some points, some sites, and from that particular site the DNA replication will start. So that particular site is known as ORIC site, isn't it? So this site is present everywhere, but this site to be recognized, how you will recognize this particular site? This site can be recognized by this site, as you all know. How you will give your address opposite to something like temple, opposite to the street, opposite to a parlor, isn't it? So simply this ORIC site is also recognized before duplication, before replication. So the first step before your initiation is recognition of ORIC site, recognition of origin of replication. ORIC means origin of replication. So this origin of replication is recognized. How it is recognized? It is present on this DNA strands. It is present in between 9' site inverted, repeated, 9' base pair sequence, and in between 80 rich region. So this particular origin of replication is recognized. How this origin RIC site is recognized, this RIC site is recognized, is this site is present in between. See, assume that this is your RIC site and this RIC site is present in between 9 mers, inverted repeat sequence of 9 mers and to the 80 rich region. It is present in these particular two sequences, isn't it? So that is the first foremost step that you should be aware before entering into your DNA replication, isn't it? So this is nothing but recognition of RIC site. So recognition of RIC site is this site is present in between inverted repeat sequences of 9 mers sequence and in between 80 rich region. Now we will go through the different enzymes that are present in your, that are involved during your DNA replication in prokaryotes. So the first enzyme is DNA protein. So first one is DNA protein. So this DNA protein is the genic form of your enzyme. Okay, so this DNA protein, what is the actual function of this particular DNA protein? So this DNA protein is also involved in the recognition of RIC site, what I said in your previous session, isn't it? In the beginning of your session, I have explained you about RIC site, isn't it? So DNA protein actually it plays a very important role during the recognition of this RIC site on your DNA strand with the help of an ATP molecule. So DNA protein combined with an ATP will go and recognize your RIC site on your DNA molecule for the DNA molecule to be get synthesized, isn't it? So that is the first important function of DNA protein. DNA protein recognizes your RIC site with a combination of ATP. So this is the complex DNA protein and ATP. These both will go and recognize your RIC site. Next, DNAB protein. DNAB protein, this is the genic form of the enzyme helicase, isn't it? Okay, so this helicase, this DNAB protein, this is a genic form of enzyme helicase. This is a genic form and this is your enzyme helicase. What is the important function of this enzyme helicase? So the next protein is DNAB protein and the genic form of the enzyme helicase. So what is the function of helicase? Helicase or the DNAB protein, they are actually involved for the breaking of hydrogen bonds on your DNA molecule. So this is your DNA molecule, isn't it? Assume that this is your RIC site, isn't it? So how this RIC site is recognized? As I said earlier, this RIC site is recognized with a combination of DNA protein and ATP molecule, isn't it? So this is your RIC site. So from this your DNA duplication or replication mechanism will start. This is the point, origin of replication, and this is first recognized by DNA protein with a combination of ATP. Now the next function or the next step is nothing but helicase enzyme or your DNAB protein. So this DNAB protein will come across, will go and bind on this RIC site in order to break these hydrogen bonds. See, in order to break this, see, once again I am explaining. This is your origin of replication recognized by DNA protein and combination of ATP molecule, energy, currency of the cell. Next, after recognition of RIC site, now the helicase enzyme or the genic form DNAB protein will come across, will come and recognize this RIC site in order to break all your hydrogen bonds present in this particular template strand. So breaking of these hydrogen bonds provokes your DNA molecule to form a replication bubble. So all these terms I have explained to you in your previous sessions, isn't it? So now form here a replication bubble. So this is your replication bubble. In order to form replication fork or replication bubble. So this is also known as replication bubble or replication eye. Isn't it? So replication bubble or replication eye. So these are the replication forks. So in order to form a replication fork or a replication bubble for the DNA molecule to synthesize another daughter strand, so this kind of replication bubble is formed with the help of DNA helicase enzyme as it breaks all your hydrogen bonds. Next is DNA-C protein. One more thing, this DNA-B protein cannot initially come and form this particular replication fork. With a combination of DNA-C DNA-C protein only, this is very active and both BC complex will come across here your OIC site and they will form this replication fork or replication eye, isn't it? So combination of DNA-B protein and DNA-C protein will make your replication eye. So that is the function of DNA-C protein. And DNA-C protein initially after combination of DNA-C protein with DNA-B protein, they both will form DNA-BC complex with the energy currencies of the cell, that is your ATP. This combination will go and form this particular replication eye in order to initiate your DNA protein molecule. See, all these things are interlinked with one another. So DNA protein will go and recognize your RIC site. Next step is DNA-B protein, that is helicase. This enzyme will, with a combination of DNA-C, will form, and with a combination of ATP molecule, this complex will go and help this DNA protein to form your replication bubble. So these three proteins are interlinked with one another. Next enzyme is DNA-G primase. So what is the function of DNA-G primase? DNA-G protein and the enzyme is primase. So coming to the function of DNA-G protein or primase, this will form this is used for the synthesis of RNA molecules, RNA primase. So why RNA primase are synthesized during elongation? The whole step this whole step is in your initiation. So the next mechanism I will tell you in your next session, coming sessions. Now coming to the function of primase enzyme, this primase will go and involve during elongation step for the synthesis of RNA primers, RNA molecules. Why RNA primers are required? Because DNA molecule, DNA polymerases directly cannot go and produce your DNA strands from your template. Initially they are synthesized with the help of RNA strands. So these RNA strands, these RNA single strand RNA nucleotides are formed with the help of primase enzyme. So this is useful for synthesizing of your lagging strand and your leading strand during your elongation step. Next is your DNA gyrase. DNA gyrase in prokaryotes, it is also known as topoisomerase 2. So what is the function of topoisomerase 2? Coming to the function of topoisomerase 2, topoisomerase initially this will remove negatives. This is useful for negative supercoiling. So this is your positively coiled coiled DNA molecule. So when DNA gyrase enzyme is added to this particular genome, then what happened? Negative supercoiling are developed. Means supercoiling, the turns and twists are removed one by one in order to get synthesized, in order to get replication. This particular DNA is getting ready for replication whenever topoisomerase 2 enzyme is added, or else your DNA gyrase enzyme. So this is nothing but the function of DNA gyrase. DNA gyrase, it actually removes positive supercoiling, it activates negative supercoiling. So this is the Next sentence, DNA gyrase. Next enzyme is SSB proteins. SSB proteins are also known as single strand binding proteins. So single strand binding proteins, these proteins are useful for binding of your template DNA strand. So suppose think that this is your DNA strand. So this DNA strand is getting ready for synthesis. When topoisomerase 2 is added, or else your DNA gyrase is added to this DNA parent DNA strand, then what happens? There is a gap is formed. That gap is nothing but your replication bubble or replication fork, isn't it? So when during the formation of this gap, when this gap is formed, SSB proteins will come and bind to this particular DNA template strand in order to separate both of the DNA strands. See, suppose think that these are the two strands, and these two strands are getting separated with the help of topoisomerase 2. So in between SSB proteins are added, and these both strands get separated during addition of these particular SSB proteins in between these two strands, isn't it? So SSB proteins are added here, hence the gap is formed between these two strands, and the DNA can easily synthesize your newly formed another DNA molecule. So synthesis of lagging and leading strands are formed. So that is the function of single strand binding protein. Next is DNA ligase. Next is DNA ligase. DNA ligase is first introduced by Robert Lehman in 1971. Robert Lehman has said that DNA ligase enzyme, both in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes, it acts as the same. It shows its function by repair mechanism, by adding nucleotides, by filling the gaps in between the two DNA strands. In prokaryotes, DNA ligase uses ATP as a cofactor, and in eukaryotes, DNA uses NADPH as its cofactor. Now, DNA ligase enzyme is also used both in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes. Next is this is the function of DNA ligase. Next is RNase enzyme. RNase enzyme this is the enzyme what I have said in your see. This is your DNA primase. DNA primase, the function of DNA primase is to add RNA molecules to the DNA strand for the synthesis of leading and lagging strand, isn't it? Here I have explained you already the function of DNA primase. DNA primase is used for the synthesis of single strand RNA molecules. So similarly, the formed RNA molecules during your elongation for the synthesis of lagging and leading strand, those RNA primers can be removed by RNase enzyme. That is the function of RNase enzyme. Next, the next enzyme is DNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3. In prokaryotes, DNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3 are present. DNA polymerase 1 and 2 are meant for repair mechanism, and 3 is meant for synthesizing mechanism. DNA polymerase 1 is having 5 subunits, and what are the 5 subunits? Is having 5 activity functions. 5' to 3' exonuclease activity, 3' to 5' endonuclease activity, 5' to 3' polymerizing activity, endonuclease activity, and RNA primer site. So those are the 5 functions, 5 activities of DNA polymerase 1. And DNA polymerase 3 is meant for synthesizing activity, and DNA polymerase 3 is having 10 subunits, and in the 10 subunits, as in the presence of 10 subunits, DNA polymerase 3 is known as heteromultimeric enzyme because of presence of 10 subunits. So alpha, beta, gamma, totally 10 subunits are there. In that DNA polymerase 3, beta subunit acts as a very important subunit for synthesizing your DNA molecules in prokaryotes. Next, the last enzyme is TER binding proteins or TUS proteins. So TER binding proteins or TUS proteins, they are involved during termination. So TER binding proteins are having 2 types of proteins. clockwise proteins and anti-clockwise proteins. Anti-clockwise proteins are TER A, D, E, and clockwise proteins are TER B, C, F. This is anti-clockwise proteins. These are clockwise proteins. So these both proteins will go and terminate your DNA synthesis from the both sides, and they will stop your DNA replication at a certain point. So these are the different enzymes and proteins that are involved during your DNA replication in prokaryotes. The first enzyme is DNA protein with a combination of ATP molecule. Next, DNAB protein, that is known as helicase, and DNAC protein with a combination of DNAB and ATP molecule. Next, DNAG primase. Next, DNA gyrase. In prokaryotes, it is known as topoisomerase 2. Next, SSB protein, single strand binding protein. Next, DNA ligase, useful for filling up the gaps in your DNA molecule. Next, RNase enzyme. Next, DNA polymerase 1, 2, and 3. And next, TBP or TUS proteins, TER binding proteins. So these are the 10 different enzymes and proteins that are involved during replication in prokaryotes. See, once again I am telling, DNA protein with a combination of ATP used for recognition of ORIC site or origin of replication. Next, DNAB protein, which is a generic form of the enzyme helicase. This enzyme, the function of this enzyme is to form replication fork with a combination of DNAC protein and ATP molecules. So the complex of BC complex with a combination of ATP will form replication fork in order to synthesize your newly formed daughter strands. Next, DNAG protein primase, it actually synthesizes your RNA strands or RNA primers used for your synthesis of leading and lagging strand. Next, DNA gyrase. DNA gyrase or topoisomerase 2 in prokaryotes, useful for removing positive supercoiling. It is induced for it will induce negative supercoiling in your DNA molecule. Next, single strand binding proteins are used for binding up of your both of the parental template strand to the newly separated strand to form newly formed daughter strands. Next, DNA ligase, useful for filling up the gaps in lagging strands formed during removal of RNA primers with the help of RNase enzyme. RNase removes your RNA primers. Next, DNA polymerase 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 enzymes which are useful for 1 and 2 are useful for repair mechanism, and 3 is useful for polymerizing activity. Next, TER binding proteins or TUS proteins. TER binding proteins, there are 2 types of TER binding proteins. TER binding proteins, TER A, D, and E helps in anti-clockwise direction, and TER B, C, F acts in clockwise direction. Got it? So these are the different enzymes and proteins involved during your DNA replication in prokaryotes. Thank you.